Hey Terrell, hey Scott, how's it going? It's going okay. Just just plugging away, doing stuff. It started getting hot again, but it is what it is. Cataract surgery? It shouldn't be too bad. Everyone I know that's done it, it was fine. What's up, Raz? Yeah, I gotta figure out when I can watch that interview. You sent it to me when I was in the middle of some stuff last night, and then I was gonna watch it today, but I was kind of doing a lot of other crap today, so I might save it for like Monday or Tuesday. I still say if I ever hit the lottery, I would commission him for a bunch of sculpts. So you guys been up to anything? Anything new going on? I guess I'm kind of coming down from my family emergencies for the past like 3-4 weeks that I'm kind of like been really tired. I guess I've been so amped. I need a vacation. That's what I need. I sanded this down yesterday morning with some other stuff, but I didn't completely finish it. So that's kind of what I'm going to work on now. It's getting this kind of cleaned up more. And then maybe we'll seam it up a bit. And then this way she's kind of getting closer to being finished. St. Michael's? Oh, is this something that you printed or making up? Hey, what's up, Raccoon? Well, that's good, Raz. Is that like side work? So you printed it? Is it a print you got off of like a site somewhere or somebody's like Patreon or something? Yeah, everybody I talked to lately has kind of been quiet. It's kind of like a quiet time for everybody I talk to. You had some really nice days and now it's hot as hell again. So I don't know how it is around you guys. Yeah, I'd rather like go work at a pizzeria or like a mom and pop shop than go back to landscaping. I grew up landscaping every weekend with my uncle and cutting lawns, and I dread landscaping now. I can't stand it. Like when I cut my lawn just for myself, if anyone heard me, I'm just like cursing the whole entire time. So. Hey Raphael, how's it going? Well, I was cutting the lawn at age 9, and I was cutting my neighbor's lawn at 9, and then after that, that's how I was like kind of making cash with the neighbor, and then when I hit about, was it 14, I started landscaping with my uncle. So he had a landscaping business, and then after that, that's all I kind of did every summer. Friggin' hated it, but I did it. Speaking of comic books, is San Diego Comic-Con coming up? Isn't it this weekend? I forgot when it is. I thought it was this weekend, right? Oh no, it's at the end of the month. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Hey, what's up, Butterfly? It's turning. I don't know about correctly, but it's turning. I'm waiting for someone to hit the reset button. I worked out the neck on your item. I'll show you in a second. I didn't send pics because I just didn't send pics. Damn chair's starting to give me trouble. Yeah, so I worked out the neck. I got to sand it down some. Cleaned up the back of the head. Worked out the dome on her head too. So slowly getting there. Yeah, I think it was it yesterday? I think, yeah, it was yesterday. It was like, it was muggy out, but it wasn't like crazy hot. So I was actually in the garage and I was sanding stuff down. So I didn't, I was going to work on her cleavage with the outfit, but I figured let me take advantage of the weather, kind of work on this item a bit and some other items. It's very rare we get like a muggy day, but the garage is kind of cool. So I figured, let me just sit in there, get some stuff done. I had the AC going in there, but it didn't have to work over blast, so it was pretty good. So, and then Jessie is almost finished. I have to just do some touch-ups and edit the videos, and she's done. So I got Jessie for my work in progress videos going pretty good. I'm happy about that. Hopefully somebody snags her. Yeah, see, I take the dry heat over the humidity, because even with the humidity with statue work, it's still sometimes a pain in the ass. Because you just walk outside and you're just like sweating right away, you know? At least the dry heat, it's not, you don't get that that moisture just sticking to you. I mean, we all want perfect weather, but we do what we can. I still had to laugh at all the Europeans that came for the soccer matches, and they were like, they got hit with the heat. They always claim that they have hotter weather than us, but they don't understand we got humidity, and they were not ready for it. Now they understand why we have AC all over the place. Yeah, I had to. I put off the lawn too long, and basically the other day it was cloudy out, but I went and cut the lawn, and I was out there for 5 minutes, and it just was drenched with the humidity. Yeah, Terrell, they are gonna. It was funny how like the Europeans were like, oh yeah, you know, we got hotter weather than you, and then they came here and they were like, it is boiling, and then when they went into the, what was it, the Dallas stadium, and there was air conditioning, they were shocked. I mean, I don't know how like, imagine this kind of humidity going into a stadium that big with people without AC, you know? Now, I know there's other stadiums that don't, you know, that don't have it, but then again, I'm not a sports fan, so I don't really go to stadiums, so I don't really know too much about that. But it was fun videos to watch. The one guy was like, you're outside, it's boiling hot, and you go inside and it's a cool winter's day. I didn't realize that over in Europe, they don't really have AC. I mean, they do, but not the extent that we have it. I don't know, those pesky Europeans. It's alright, they discovered our ranch dressing, so now they're loving America. Although there's still some that don't like America at all, so. Oh yeah, the Norwegians was funny to watch. The Tartan Army, the Scots. I mean, they looked like they were having a blast, which I'm all for. You know, they might as well have as much fun as possible. But it was just funny how their world leaders were telling them that coming to America, they're going to get robbed, they're going to get beat up, they're going to get shot. Americans are rude. And they had a party over here, and they had food. They had like food that tastes. But I had to laugh though, because the type of food they have there is not the same food we have here. So I had to laugh, like watching guys having like Waffle House in the morning, Taco Bell in the afternoon, and then like Burger King or McDonald's. And I'm like, everyone's like, you can't go that much with like American food in one day, you know? It's like, that's not good, healthy for you. But then I saw the one video where they were all at the rodeo in Texas. The Tartan Army went there, and they had like the time of their lives. See, that's the funny thing is, the world leaders were telling them not to go to America, and it's the cities that are shit. When you go to middle America, like Texas, you know, Tennessee, that's where you get the good food, and you have, you know, that's America, you know. Yeah, biscuits and gravy. You're right, and ranch dressing, biscuits and gravy. Like I'm sitting there like, because I always thought they had biscuits there, but I guess they call it scones. But they don't put gravy on it. I mean, we throw all kinds of crap all over our food, so. But like anyone that wants to come visit America, you stay away from the cities. You know, go to go to like America. Go to places that are like, you know, mom and pop, you know, restaurants, and you know, traveling to cities just sucks. It's the same shit for year after year. Hush puppies? Well, aren't hush puppies different? I love watching the guys go to like Texas and get like brisket and barbecue. those are probably my favorite of all the videos. Getting some good old-fashioned brisket from Texas. Oh. Cornbread balls with onions, so good. I never was into those. I think I've had them before, but I'm not really... I love they discovered Buc-ee's. Oh, what is that? Isn't that over in Texas? The big the gas station, basically. Yeah, I don't like grits either. I've had plenty of grits. I'll admit though, I've never had like Southern grits. I've never been down to Texas and had like Southern grits. I've had grits here in like Jersey and PA, but I don't like grits at all. I'm not a fan of those. I like my good old-fashioned New Jersey diced up potatoes with onions and like spices. You know, like just basically hash browns. That's what I like. Yeah, the Buc-ee's thing is hilarious, Raccoon, because they, like, over there in, I guess, over in, like, UK, they just don't have anything like that, you know? It's been fun, though. It's been fun watching them all. Because you know what it is I think, you know, like, growing up in the 90s, you know, 80s and 90s, you always had the French saying America are scum, America are like pigs, they're fat, they're rude, they're blah, blah, blah. But it's not like the young generation is coming over here and they're experiencing this world, like this culture and food and just the way people are here, and they're liking America. So it's like the generations changed from the French, at least. Yeah, I don't know, like, the grits are just, I'm not just a fan of grits. I'll tell you one thing, though, the Scots can really drink, though. Holy hell, those guys were drinking in the morning, afternoon, and they were just, those dudes just run on liquor. Or a beer. Let's more beer than I should say. And then I had to laugh at all the Koreans that were over in Mexico. Those dudes were having the time of their lives out there. It's kind of funny how America hosted soccer. Americans don't even know what the hell's going on with the sport, but they were having a blast with everybody. And I think that kind of pissed off a lot of the European leaders. They wanted everybody to come here and have a horrible time. I don't know how Waffle House became popular though, because like even here, like most people I know don't go to Waffle House, you know, at least not in New Jersey. At least people I know. But Waffle House is like big too. I don't know. It's been a funny funny event. That's funny, Scott. Yeah, the Europeans can drink, and I'm not knocking it. They sure in hell know that to drink, but I couldn't imagine being in that heat and drinking the alcohol they drank, but they were doing it. I had to laugh though. Like they all discovered ranch dressing, and they were literally having like you know 5-ounce cups or 10-ounce cups of ranch dressing, and they were just like dipping their chicken and pizza into it. And I was like, I like my ranch too. I've always loved ranch growing up, and I'm like, you gotta chill with the ranch. That's a little going overboard. You don't know, you're gonna be living in the bathroom for a long time. But then again, if you could drink that much alcohol, I guess you can have that much ranch. I know Hidden Valley was like, we just discovered gold. They're like, we're bringing ranch over to the UK. Well, actually they can't, because UK won't allow the ingredients. So they really can't do that. I guess that's what it is the ingredients that is in our food, they don't allow over there. So I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's why they don't have that stuff. All our food is poison, but I guess we learn to deal with it. I did hear a story though that I guess over in like France and UK, the pickpocketers are allowed to pickpocket, and the government really doesn't go after them. So I heard that one pickpocket guy came over to the soccer events because he thought he was going to make a gold mine, and they can't find him because, like Americans, if you pickpocket, they're going to come after you. So supposedly this guy is missing now, and they found his hotel room filled with like watches and wallets. He must have pickpocketed the wrong person. So, hey Joe, how's it going? A lot of good stories from the soccer stuff. Joe, if you're still here, did you get any more information about that Power Girl picture you sent me? I forgot the email, text you about it. And I was also watching, is it Alberto stream? I think he was working on the Harley Quinn. I had that going, I think it was yesterday or the day before. Then I had to go in the garage, so I couldn't finish watching it. Dude was just, he was like in the zone working on that sculpt. Yeah, but I mean, people have videos of them pickpocketing, and the police still don't do anything, Raphael. At least that's what I've seen. I just know that I think it was the UK put out a bulletin that they asked the Americans to stop beating up the pickpocketers, because like when Americans go over there and they get pickpocketed, they like beat the hell out of them. So I don't know. It's kind of funny. I don't know. I don't know much about it. I'm kind of just getting into it a little bit more and seeing what's going on. The Harley looks good. I like it. I didn't see... I think he was streaming yesterday. I didn't get a chance to watch it, though. I don't know how far he got on it. But when I saw it the other day, it was looking pretty good. I think when I was watching him, I think he was working on like the hands a lot and the bracelets. I think that's when I was watching him. But like I said, I had to get in the garage, so I didn't really see the whole thing. Okay, Raphael, I got you. Well, I've seen videos of where the women bump into somebody and they have their backpack and they kind of put underneath their hand with the backpack they go in. I've seen videos of it, so. Yeah, send me a picture. I want to see it. Raphael, is it like true though? Because I saw the one video of the American guy that was there, and he had like 2 bodyguards with him, and they were watching these guys pickpocket, and they were filming them, and then like all the pickpocket guys came charging after him, so he had to have his bodyguards like, you know, stop the dudes. I'm kind of curious though, because it seems like a ongoing thing out there. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if you know a little bit more than me. Oh, you're undercover law firms. Oh, okay. So you're based out there in like the UK area or something? That's interesting. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, New York's a little bit different. I mean, I've seen people try to pickpocket in New York, and then all of a sudden they get their asses handed to them. But I'm talking about like more like UK, London, France. Supposedly out there, they just let them do it. You must be real happy to be retired from police work these days, huh? It's not like it was back in the day. Yeah, it does seem very backwards out there, you're right. It does seem very, very backwards out there. Well, that's like I said, supposedly one guy came to America I guess in New York area, and he thought that he was going to make a pickpocketing in New York and everything was going to be fine, but I guess he doesn't realize that, you know, New Yorkers sort of kind of fight back. So I guess so. Supposedly he pickpocketed the wrong person, and they have not been able to find him yet. I'd be surprised if they ever do find him. Yeah, I can imagine. It's not... Police work is not like it used to be. I think part of it's better now, especially with like cameras, but it's also worse now, like you said, that sometimes they... I don't know. Different world, I guess, right? Better just to stay home and work on statues. Yeah, I know. I guess New York's very different than the UK, you know. But like I said, I watched the videos over there in France and stuff, and like it's amazing what these guys are able to do, and literally the police just sit. I've seen videos where they pickpocket in front of the police and the police just stand there and don't do anything. So, I don't know. Very, very ass backwards out there in the UK from what I've seen. But then again, if all these guys go to like Texas and they try to do some stupid shit out there, I guess they'll learn real fast that everybody's carrying, and like everybody. Ah, okay, I got you. I see. Yeah, I've seen that too, Scott. It's very, it's like bad out there. Like, if you, like, I guess if you're just joking around with a friend and they deem that it's racist, they'll come and arrest you now. Like, there's no freedom of speech from what I understand over in the UK anymore. I've seen, like, people just watching TV and they get arrested for a tweet or something. I don't know. Like, UK is, it's going down. And it's not, people up there better wake up. Yeah, like I said, Raphael, like in New York, it's different, you know? In America, it's different. Like if you get pickpocketed, you really have to be, like, not paying attention. But over there, and like I've seen videos in the UK, they'll bump into you and take it, and you'd be like, you stole my wallet, and then the people are like, no, 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 and they like, and the police just sit there and don't do anything. But over in America, I guess if you get your stuff stolen, you get a fist to the face. So. Yeah, Scott, you're probably on the list now. So you better not go back. I've always wanted to go to London, because I always thought London was like kind of cool to go to, and I always loved the accents, but I've talked to a relative who has a friend who does, like, you know, a vacation planning, and they were like, yeah, you don't want to go to London. They said that they're actively telling people not to go anymore. And she also said France as well. They said it's not a safe country anymore to go to. Yeah, I was gonna just say that, Raphael. It is like V for Vendetta. It's like very, it's like they let these crimes go on, and they don't care. They don't do anything. But if you say something bad on Twitter or X or whatever, they come and arrest you. Yeah, it's kind of a shame with what's going on over there. I probably should have went back when in the 90s when I wanted to go, but oh well. You know, if anything, we live in America. You know, we got everything we need here, so I'm all right. I got my statues. I got my Waffle House. We're good. We don't need anything else. And we got our ranch dressing, right? We got our ranch dressing. We got Waffle House, and we got statues. We're good. Well, yeah, it's I don't know. I wonder if I ever get like a client from there, I gotta ask them some questions. Yeah, I don't blame you for moving out here. I mean, every place has its good and bad people, but it's the government that's like letting the place go to shit. But it's the plan, though. It's the whole plan. Let everything go to shit, and then they'll come in and they're going to say they're going to solve the problem. But the problem is going to be more restrictions. So... yeah, I heard Poland's doing very, very well right now. Like, their tourism is up, like, amazing right now. And they're doing very well. Yeah, I mean, we have a court system here, you know, and I guess over here, too, what I've noticed, which is really crazy, and this is probably going to upset some people, but from over here, if there's, like, a child molester and they get thrown in jail, like, even the criminals will shank that dude, you know? They'll shank that dude in a second, where over there, it seems like if you do child molesting, you get let go in like a few weeks. So I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's very different, I guess you could say. I saw the one video of it was the guy who molested a kid. He got thrown in jail, and literally he didn't even last in jail for like a week. All the criminals just shanked him. Like they all took turns shanking the dude. Yeah, I saw that, Joe. It's weird. It's I don't know. It's a different mentality out there. I gotta find somebody and talk to them that live out there. But like I said, it always comes down to the world leaders. It's the agenda. Yeah, Scott, that's one of the big... I knew a cop back in high school, and he told me that, you know, child molesting and, you know, all that type of stuff, if you end up in jail, they don't last long. Like, it's like even like criminals or murderers are like, nah, we don't play that. Watch YouTube flag the video saying what you said is bad. What was the one I forgot the one story I heard. I forgot the story was that if the truth came out about our you know, our world leaders and people in power, literally they would never last a day. People would be not storming their homes of what they do. So, of course, I can't really say what they do, but I think we all kind of know. Wonder if that's ever going to happen in my lifetime, if the truth comes out. So, on the other point, did you guys hear that they turned CERN off? They finally turned CERN off, and now supposedly people are sleeping better, and supposedly the Mandela effects are correcting or something. I don't know if you guys heard about that. I've kind of been watching videos of people saying that since CERN's been turned off, people are kind of like sleeping better and all this other stuff. Yeah, the Bohemian Grove thing that was big back in the 90s. Big. I remember telling people about that and they would be like, "You're just a psycho." Yeah, Scott, Citizen, Vigilante Citizen is, part 2 is already in the works. Thanks, Raphael. Yeah, this, cammys took a little bit longer than expected because of, all the family stuff, but I think, cleaning up the skirt yesterday, I got a little bit further on this, so I'm going to, sand down a little bit more, do a little A's work, and I think we're kind of good on the skirt, and then I'll have to start doing touch-ups. Hoping to get back to my regular schedule again, now that things have calmed down with the family. I'm hoping. And Sunday, I'm going to be editing videos all day. So I'm going to try to finish up my Jesse videos. I'll get the next part posted. I got to edit the blob kit that I finished too, post that. And then I got to start thinking about the next work in progress video while I work on like other items. I gotta set aside a night to start working on Joe's hair for his item. I wanted to do it this week, but it's when I work on hair, I need like a good day and night to just get in the zone. So gotta start getting that going. Yeah, so sorry, Jay. I was just talking. Yeah, what do I? So as far as Gwen goes. What did I do? Where's her hands? This hand here. Not a hell of a lot, but I'll show you. I gotta. The one thing I gotta figure out. So what I did is I cleaned up the cuffs. So I did her cuffs better now. Because the way the guy had the cuffs was the weirdest thing in the world. I don't understand. They weren't even cuffs. They were just like weird sculpts around. I couldn't figure it out. But what I did is I got to just figure this out a little bit more. I sort of did wrinkles here for the books. So the way and I got to clean up the books a little bit. But there's also this weird mess up. I don't know if this was for the original placement of the hand. I don't know. I couldn't figure this out. But anyway, I set it up where it sort of sits in here now, but it still kind of moves. So I got to figure out how to keep this in. So what I'm thinking of doing is I might put a metal rod in here, like there. Like I might get one of these rods. Yeah. So what I'm thinking of doing, because I want this removable, so I'm thinking is I'm put a metal rod in here, but you know, like in here, like in there, and then this way, sort of when it's done, you slide the rod into the hole and it clicks and stays. Because for some odd reason, you can't put the books this way because it didn't line up correctly with this. It didn't line up with the arm. So I don't know originally where the books were supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It was very strange. I would think that if you had the books, they would be like perfectly in the arm with the hand, maybe. But then if you put it back, it would hit the backpack. I don't know. So that's what I'm thinking of doing for this. So this way, if you ever wanted to break her down, you pop out the book and then you can pop off the arm. Because there's not enough like meat anywhere here to connect the books. That's the problem. That's the other thing that's weird. The arm wasn't flat. So it's a very strange... I don't know. He didn't really plan this one out too well. So that's kind of what I'm coming up with for now. So I'm probably going to get this rod in there. And then you just kind of... and should stay in place. Yeah, it was kind of bad, but I figured that out. I did fix the chest a little bit here because it was too it was warped, so I kind of fixed her chest. So now I just got to work on the hair. I just, like I said, I need a day where I can just have my lunch in the refrigerator already and just put on some music and work on the hair without any interruptions. But you know, as far as the glasses and stuff, I'll figure it out, you know, and get it situated. It'll look fine. I just got to play with it. It's a good thing that Nick printed out, like, you know, friggin' 10 glasses, so we're good on that front. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it right now. I'm sorry I didn't do it sooner, but like I said, when it comes to hair, I gotta have that like day or two of no interruptions, and I just haven't had that. Yeah, I'll get to it, Joe. I'll make it look good. Yeah, he didn't plan this one at all. This was like a complete rebuild. It's sadly, because the skirt was sculpted weird. The way it was sculpted hollow was weird. The chest was weird. The arms were weird. The head was weird. The only thing he did pretty decently was the boots and the legs. He didn't plan the backpack at all correctly. It did nothing. I don't know. I don't know what happened on that one. Basically, to me, it felt like a very, very unfinished sculpt. Like a sculpt that you get the basic shape going, and then from there you start fixing and detailing. It just seemed like that never happened. So I don't know. Just it's a sad how much we had to put into it. Yeah, I saw him post the Artemis. It looked really good, and then I guess he posted the what's her name? The Wonder Girl. That looks pretty good. So no, they're all coming out pretty good now. The guy that's sculpting for you now is doing an amazing job. It's Alberto, right? Or Albert? He's doing a really good job on those. Alright, I'm gonna go to the garage and get this cleaned out. I'll be right back. Alberto. Okay. Yeah, he's doing a good job on that stuff. I like what he's doing. That one Wonder Woman that has all the armor, I like that one. I think that's my favorite one so far. Oh, and the Firestar. That one's good too. Dude's got a lot of work, man. He's plugging out a lot of stuff for you. Got a sword. Yeah, it's good stuff. I like it. I just wish I can. That's the only downside is when I was watching his video with the Harley, I had to keep looking up to see what he's doing while I'm working because there was no. He doesn't really talk too much, so not that he has to. I mean, he's just sculpting. But it was just funny how I'm like, I want to see what's going on, but I gotta work on my own stuff. Yeah, I wanted to see how the Red Sun turns out. I love Red Sun's storyline. That was a great storyline. That's nice, yeah. When I watch though, I'm on my sock account. I don't use my main YouTube channel for anything other than just posting because so if I'm watching, it's not because my account isn't subbed, it's another account, because I don't want to risk doing something on YouTube and my main account gets booted, you know. So that's why I have a sock account for YouTube. It's very risky these days to be on YouTube and stream and stuff, and then if you do the wrong thing, they like flag your account, so. It's kind of funny how you found Roberto. He's banging out your sculpts. He's doing a really good job on them, and the other guy just, I don't know, man. I've never really seen a sculptor not like finish stuff like that before. Even the Patreon guys, that some of the lower end Patreons that are not as detailed, they're still doing more detailed and better anatomy. It was weird. I don't know, the guy got very lazy on you. Very, very, very lazy. I mean, look what we had to do to Mary Jane, too. I mean, the Mary Jane came out a little bit better. It's just that we had to kind of correct the head, hair, and chest. But Gwen was a mess. Oh yeah, the Harley looks good. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Mouth might be a little too big, but it depends on what you're going for. Yeah, I think the black cat's gonna be a little bit of a nightmare. We'll get it though. I'll have to look at Harley a little bit later better. But first thing that jumps out at me is that mouth seems a little too big. Whenever I look at sculpts for people, I always go with the first thing that jumps out at me. Whatever jumps out at me right away, that's kind of what I'm like, okay, that's probably what's looking a little messed up. Not saying it looks bad, but so I'll probably have to see the actress again side by side. Probably also because I'm looking at it fast and it's also a gray face. So yeah, I'll look at it better later. I still want that Sydney, the Sweeney Power Girl head, that Power Girl statue that came out. Friggin' love that head sculpt. I want it for the Sideshow Power Girl in the worst way. That would look awesome. I saw a Sweeney head sculpt on CG Trader. I was thinking maybe trying to print that out and then like re-sculpt the hair a bit for the Sideshow. I think it might look kind of cool. I know the sculptor came in chat a few months ago and said that he would see if he could get me a copy of the head, but I haven't talked to him since. And I forgot who the I'm pretty sure I'm subbed to the sculptor's whatchamacallit, his Instagram. I'm gonna have to, maybe I could reach out to him again. If the head was in scale to whatchamacallit, Sideshow, I would love to get a copy. But if it's not in scale, I really, you know, I mean, I would be okay if, like, they were willing to just use like a 3D printer if they had it in their house and make me a copy, you know, in scale. I'd be down for that. Just a one-off in scale, and then I can customize it to fit my sideshow, and that would be awesome. Because I still got to redo my regular sideshow, and that would be a cool head to do. Yeah, but I don't want to purchase the statue, and then the head's not in scale. I mean, I like the sculpt, but I think the sculpt didn't really fit Power Girl to me as much. I mean, the sculpt was good, but I think it was a little too, I don't know, it just didn't fit what I want. I guess, because I'm picky. I admit it. I'm a picky bastard when it comes to my sculpts and statues. But, yeah, I'll reach out again when I get a chance, see if it's possible. You know, I don't need a painted head copy. I don't need it, you know, it could have supports on it. I would just love to get one and tweak it and get it on Sideshow. That's all. Like, I would be down for if they were like, well, we can't do that because it's on the statue, if they wanted to change up the hair or something, you know, or not even print the hair and I just got the head, you know, something, I don't know. But such a damn good head sculpt. And the funny thing is, I don't even like actors or actresses' head sculpts on my statues on my shelf, but that one, I make the exception. So... Yeah, like I said, I can't blame him if he said no. I mean, I wouldn't be like, oh, you're a, you know, it's it always doesn't hurt to ask, and if they say no, they say no. It's not the end of the world. I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna make another Sweeney head at some point, you know. I mean, she's so popular now because they already did one for Black Cat. I think CBS Labs did a Sweeney head for their Black Cat. And then now you had the Power Girl one, so I'm pretty sure somebody will pop out another head sculpt sooner or later. I mean, you're right, because it wouldn't be fair to all the people who bought the statue, so like I said, it's not the end of the world. Well, like I said, I'm not really worried about if I ever did get one. With the way scanning is going with, you know, 3D sculpting, I'm pretty sure people are going to be like scanning her head like crazy, and it's going to be all over the place. I'm sure somebody will make a STL file with her, and the head sculpt will be amazing. So it's not like I want it. I would love to have it, but it's not like if I didn't get it, I would lose my mind and it'd be end the world, you know, collecting. Just something I would love to have whenever I'm ready to do my Sideshow Power Girl for myself. But like I said, there is a Sweeney head on CG Trader. The hair is pretty crap though on that sculpt, but the face looks pretty good. I was thinking of getting that file and printing it out for that other Power Girl kit I have. The one that I did recently where I redid the chest. Because I still have that kit for myself. So I was thinking of maybe using that file to put on that head. Even though that head is pretty good too. But A lot of ideas running around, just not enough time in the day to do it, you know? You know what I noticed too? I noticed that Sideshow doesn't really do a lot of sculpts anymore, do they? They haven't like pumped out any new it's like not really much they're doing anymore. I see Hot Toys non-stop, but they don't do statues anymore. Seems like they kinda gave up on those. Unless maybe they're making stuff and I'm just not seeing them. Oh, I call it the Justin Bieber Hulk. He's got like Justin Bieber hair. Is that the one that you're talking about? Yeah, but that's just, I don't know, it's a Hulk. They used to pump out a lot more statues. Alright, Butterfly, have a good one. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're not pumping out stuff like they used to. I guess because people aren't buying like they used to, or maybe they got license problems. I don't know. Probably, I would say it's more economy, and also it's probably kind of hard to compete with all these SDLs and fan art items coming out. Because let's face it, there is a lot of stuff coming out. No problem, Butterfly. I'll get back to work on your item when I get a chance. I didn't like the way this piece was. I gotta reshape it. Looked a little weird. Any of you guys catch up with the Reckless Ben story? He put part 3 out yesterday. I watched it this morning, and holy crap. It's far worse than I thought. It's amazing how Legos has uncovered such corruption with these police and judge and everything. It's and the company itself. Holy crap, they are so corrupt. Feel sorry for all the franchise owners. Yeah, if you get a chance, watch part 3. Raz, it's crazy. I'm so addicted to it. It's like the best entertainment like of the year, and like we're not even like it's just starting. Like this is gonna be 2 years probably of just non-stop like lawyers and suing and court cases, and this company, these guys that own this company, just they have such an ego on them, it's unreal. Like, you have a multi-million-dollar company and you're still fighting instead of giving the stuff back. It's crazy. It's mind-blowing. It's so crazy that even like people in Japan are like addicted to this now, you know? Like people in other countries are addicted to this story. Because Ben just got his he got the restraining order lifted, so he's allowed to talk again, and that was highly illegal what that company did and what the judge did. That's like that basically it took away his rights. He wasn't even allowed to know why he was being sued, which was like even all the lawyers online are like they've never ever heard of this before, you know. So it is a crazy story. And like I said, I'm loving every bit of it. Like even my cousin who's into sports, he's not even into this type of stuff, and he's addicted to the story too. I think what it is too is like I said in the past, like everybody is tired of the bullshit. They're tired of the corporations always like, you know, screwing over the little man, especially like in hobbies. So like everybody is like cheering on Ben. It's crazy. Like they'll never recover from this, and I guess that's why they're trying to sue Ben for millions. Because they realize that they're screwed, so if they don't sue him, but I think anyone who's like, if it ever goes to like a jury, I'm pretty sure every juror's gonna know exactly what the hell's going on, and they're probably gonna be like, yeah, you're not winning, buddy. I'm so addicted to it, I would love to be on the jury duty if it ever went to court. I'd just be sitting there and be like, I can't wait to vote against you. But if any of you haven't seen it, I suggest go down the rabbit hole. It's a very good entertainment. I've never seen a CEO of a company just lie non-stop and still act like he's the victim. It's crazy. when I was sanding down this section, there was an air pocket, so happened. I think that's the problem with the wireframe. Is when I went to shape it up some areas, I created air pockets. So just got to get those out of there. Hey, what's up, Devastator? How's it going? That's all anyone ever does. Actually, whatchamacallit, I think even professors now are using AI to see if students are using AI. Did you hear about that? Yeah, I think too many students were using AI, so professors are trying to come up with tests and stuff now, so students can't get away with using AI or something. Yeah, it's they were trying to do something there, which is funny as hell. Man, I kind of wish AI was around when I was in damn school. I would have used that stuff nonstop. You're doing it for your job, Terrell, or for school? Don't let the boss know if it's for your job. Check your profiles. Where do you check your profile? I pretty much... Wasn't that even back when they had Facebook? No, back when they had MySpace and when Facebook started, that when anytime you posted a picture, Google owned your stuff anyway? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't use social media to post pics of me or what food I eat. I just post my work. That's it. Let me go on Instagram right now and see. I'm kind of like, where would it be on Instagram? Because Instagram is not that. It's not really a great setup, you know. Like, so where do you go? Content preferences, device permissions, app website permissions. Yeah, I would need to know where you go for that. I've watched a couple Instagram videos where they're like, if you go on Instagram and you click this click this thing, it saves your account, but it's not, it's fake. There's like no option for what they're telling you to do. So I don't know, if you find out a little bit, Raccoon, let me know. Otherwise, like, where do you sharing and reuse? I don't know, I'll have to look into it. I mean, let's face it, I think at this point, no matter what you do, they're going to take your content, whatever. Alright, so let's see. Under sharing, so let's find out. Let's go to Instagram. Let's go to sharing and reuse. Allow people to share your posts and reels. Post reels and stories. Repost reels. Reels. This lets people post reels, template stickers, blah blah blah. Allow people to create and use your. When this is on, anyone can create with all or part your original audio on meta apps and websites. You can turn this off anytime. So I guess allow people to reuse your content. So that would be allow people to create and reuse your original audio on Meta AI. Allow people to reuse your content on Instagram with AI features in Meta. So that's probably what they're saying. Yeah, I mean, honestly, for me, I don't think it really matters because I just do statues, right? I mean, it's not like I guess if I was like, you know, I guess maybe that's more for like if you're like an OnlyFans model or whatever. I mean, I'm just doing statues, so I mean, if people want to post my work and show it off more, then I guess more power to them. I don't know. It's not like I'm making millions off of my Instagram anyway, so. I'll look into it a little bit more though and see. So, I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure that everything we've put on the internet is already in all the data centers, so I'm sure even people that posted stuff back in the day on Facebook and MySpace is probably fair use still. Because they still have the Wayback Machine, so AI could probably go into the Wayback Machine and pull off pictures and stuff. Yeah, no, I don't think it really, I don't know, I can't really see, I don't know, I guess if I was, you know, if you're a top YouTuber and you're making millions and you gotta pay employees, I guess it's different. And I guess if you're posting pics of your sandwich and your meals all day long, I don't know. It's a good way to look at it, Devastator. I mean, I think at this point, as far as like comic book statues and poses and artwork, I think we've we've had so many, just everything has been posed to death that, like, even if they take your pose, like this pose here, I'm pretty sure is like, there's probably like thousands of AI images of this pose already. I think I'd be more worried about the mothership coming down and scolding us all for destroying everything they left us with. So I think that's kind of when the alien masters come back and see we screwed up the planet. I think that's kind of more of a problem. And hell, we're headed toward idiocracy anyway with AI. Hell, I told my uncle, who's in his early 80s, I said I'm going to take all those old photographs I have of him. I was going to put it on iStock Photography and sell his mug and make money off of him because he's got that old 70s mustache from back in the day. I said people would probably love to use those pics. Pretty much, raccoon. Now it's kind of more of a goatee now. So. Oh, so did you guys see Supergirl, or are you guys skipping it? I know I asked you guys last week. It seems the female writer of Supergirl has lost her shit online, and she's friggin' yelling at everybody right now. Which is a riot to me, because it's like they haven't learned their lesson yet. Yeah, I was very interested in it, like, when it was first announced, and I thought James Gunn was gonna do a lot of, like, good stuff with the DC. But then when I found out he had a writer who never wrote anything in her life except some skit on YouTube, give her a multi-million-dollar script or whatever, and then I also found out that Supergirl kills in the movie, and I'm just like, you know what? We're going back to Peacemaker, where every hero is going to be killing people, and I'm like, nah, I'm not interested. I wanted a classic superhero movie, and we're going back toward Peacemaker with every hero killing and stuff. And subversion. All this subversion crap. I mean, honestly, the comic book was good. I mean, I read the comic book when it came out, but it's not like movie potential comic book, you know? I don't understand why he went that route for Supergirl, you know? I don't know. I think James Gunn is... I like Gunn. I like what he did with Superman, but he was a little too close to Guardians of the Galaxy with it. But I feel that, you know, he gave a multi-million-dollar script to someone who's never did anything in her life. It's dumbest. Like, I don't understand how he came to that point, you know? I don't think they're ever gonna go back, Raccoon. I think Hollywood is just, they've shot themselves in the foot for the past decade now, and they'll never make it back. By the time Hollywood comes back, I'll be watching either AI fan-made movies or Korean movies, because all the Korean movies are absolutely amazing. I want to watch that new one. I forgot what it's called. It's like they're fighting monsters. My friend said he saw it. He said it was good. What was the name of it again? Furious. I'm sorry. It was Furious. It's the one where I think the father's daughter was kidnapped, and him and another guy go fighting to save his daughter and the guy's wife. He said it was really good, so. And then, like, I watched the Korean, I think it was the Korean, The Witch movies. Like, that stuff was so damn good and entertaining. Like, Hollywood needs to realize that people don't want this crap that they're doing. Well, you know what it is? It's not even about what people want. It's about the agenda. It's the agenda they want to get out there. But sadly, people are rejecting it time and time again. They're never going to make what we want anymore. Let's face it, they're not going to make it anymore. I even saw this morning that they're remaking Free Willy, you know, with the dolphin. They're going to remake that, and once again, they're going to screw up the story. They're going to put all the agenda stuff in there, and then if nobody watches it, everybody's a racist and everybody's a istophobe, and you know. But whatever. Let them do what they want. I'll just keep voting with my wallet. Yeah, you don't know what to write off. You just wrote it off. Yeah, devastating. Yeah, they don't care anymore. They don't care. Like you said before, it was nepotism. They're just gonna keep getting their friends in, and they're gonna give these multi-million-dollar deals to their friends and the people that are in their groups, and they're gonna make this stuff, and then they're gonna bitch at us for not wanting to see it. But then, you know, when they make a movie like John Wick, it does friggin' phenomenal because that's what people want, you know? I always go back to John Wick now because it's like the best example, like recently, where you know what you're getting, it's entertaining, and there's none of this agenda crap. It all started with Ghostbusters 2016, right? Isn't that kind of when it all popped off? When everybody was like, enough of this crap? And then they started attacking all the fans. I think that's kind of when it started. I always said it too, and I told my cousin this. I said, the problem is they're trying to cater to everybody in one movie. They want to cater to this group of people, that group of people, this religion, that religion, this sex, that sex. Instead of just making a movie that caters to this, what people want here, make a movie what people want there, and then that's how you make your money. You don't need to make it for everybody. That's the problem. That's what I hate hearing, like the lady from that wrote the Supergirl. You know, it's like, oh, we made this for everybody, and we made it for little girls, and all the men hate it, so they're all sexist, and I don't know. I don't think a lot of parents want to bring their kids to a superhero movie where the superhero kills. But I guess she didn't get the memo on that. Yeah, I heard about the Sony debacle too. They're really getting close to that whole you'll own nothing and love it situation. Hey, I'm looking forward to all the fan-made AI movies, and I know everyone's gonna hate. You know, people might hate me for saying it, but at this point, I'm welcoming it because I figure fan-made movies with AI will be 1,000 times better than what Hollywood's doing. You know, I could see a group of friends sitting down one day on the computer doing prompts all day long and make a really cool AI movie that everybody would love to see versus dealing with some hack writer yelling at us because we didn't go see her damn movie. And it's not sexist because she's a female. If it was some guy and he did the same thing, I would call him a hack writer too. Yeah, I watched this stuff on Instagram. I've seen a bunch of like the bad Superman with Christopher Reeves going into all the movies. Like it's like a friggin' 30-minute clips of him doing dumb shit, and it's the most entertaining crap in the world. You know, I friggin' love it. Even did you guys see that? It's on YouTube, but it's a guy who does a Star Wars Stormtroopers AI, and it's the one where the Stormtrooper name is Gary, and Darth Vader is always like, "Where's Gary?" You know, it is the funniest Star Wars AI stuff because it's so broken with the AI. Nothing is like, you know, uniformed. Like the villain is always changing from like scene to scene, and it's the funniest thing in the world. And I'm sitting here like, Disney couldn't make their movies as entertaining as this guy that's doing his prompts in his, like, while he's on the bathroom toilet making AI skits hilarious, you know? I swear to God, I think I sent to you guys the AI Stormtrooper stuff. It is so friggin' funny. Oh, it's Greg, it's Greg, I'm sorry. Yeah. Stormtrooper blogs, have you guys seen this? Shit is so friggin' funny, I swear to God. If Disney can make entertaining Star Wars stuff like that, I'd be into Star Wars again. Yeah, if you can, check that stuff out. It's so stupid. It's got that stupid humor. I love it. thought it was Gary. I guess it's Greg. God, I forgot. It's been a while since I saw it. Yeah, I thought it was Gary, but I guess I got mixed up because I think it's Gary is the robot chicken stormtrooper, but Greg is the one I just linked. But it's funny though. Check it out. Yeah, I haven't watched Robot Chicken stuff in ages. I used to love Robot Chicken. Mark this up. Yeah, they're funny. There's the one, the compilation where it puts them all together. But yeah, they're funny as shit, dude. It's so stupid, and I love that type of humor. You know? I think that's where we're kind of missing these days, is just dumb humor where you don't have to overthink it. You know, like the days of like, Tommy Boy, Dumb and Dumber, Black Sheep, Happy Gilmore, stuff like that. I miss that era of movies where it was just stupid humor and it was fun and you didn't have to overthink everything. But nowadays everything's offensive. I love you gotta find the one scene though when Darth Vader is carrying Gary by his like belt up into the ship. It's the funniest scene in the world in those videos. The last comedy I saw in the theaters was Super Troopers 2, and I think that came out around 2018 or 2019, I think it was. That was the last time I went to the no, Super Troopers 2 came out earlier, right? That was the last, but that wasn't even that funny compared to the first one. They tried to be too politically correct on that one. Super Troopers, yeah, it came out in 2018. Yep. I love Super Troopers, the first one, but the second one was too, they were trying to appease people in that one, and I didn't like it. But the third one's coming out, so I hope it's like they go back to their roots where they just kind of are just completely messed up and they don't care. I love Super Troopers. That movie's hilarious. Did you hear the Doomsday leaks? I don't know. I'm not gonna ruin any leaks in this video, but I don't know if you guys care, but they supposedly the script, not the script, but the synopsis of Marvel's Doomsday was leaked, and sadly, I don't really like what I'm hearing because it doesn't. I don't know. It seems like they're just bringing in all the old actors again just to make a ticket sale. It doesn't feel... I think people who don't know, like, multiverse and understand multiverse, like maybe a lot of us comic book readers or even just, like, nerds in a sense, will be so confused on what the hell's going on with it, you know? Like me, I love multiverse stuff because, you know, I love Crisis on Infinite Earths and I love the whole idea of various Earths and stuff. But I think the majority of people who are not into comic book reading probably are going to be so confused with Doomsday. They're going to have to go back and watch all the movies again just to figure out what the hell's going on. Because I even have a friend who's not, he's a movie nut, but he doesn't read comics, so he's always asking me what the hell is going on. So... yeah, it's very, like, I'm sure all of us will probably know what's going on, and I'm pretty sure we'll be like, we understand the script and we understand what is what, but a lot of other people who kind of just go to the movies just to watch action, and then they go home, are not going to know what the hell's going on. Well, it's a good way for them to reboot Marvel. But the problem is like, if you're going to reboot Marvel for another 10 years, you got to find young actors, and you got to keep them on board for 10 years. Because you can't keep the same actors for another 10 years, they're going to be too old. I don't know. It's going to be confusing because they're going to be picking characters from different Earths, and nobody's going to understand why. You know, because you got the X-Men, and then you're going to have, you know, Spider-Man, but you're going to have the 3 Spider-Mans from different Earths. And then you're going to have the Avengers, but then the Avengers we know are still technically from different Earths because Cap changed it. You know, so it's like people are not going to know. So, it's going to be interesting. Well, they'll bring back Black Panther, but what they'll do is maybe they'll use a different version, you know. They would never put an Avengers Forever storyline because they would never use those characters. If you're talking about the one with Cap, Hawkeye, Genesis Vale, Captain Marvel, Wasp, if you're talking about that Avengers Forever storyline, they would never use it. That's still one of my favorite storylines ever, too. I read it all the time, but they would never do that. And the idea of Robert Downey Jr. being Doom is the dumbest thing in the world, but they wanted to bring him back, but they couldn't bring him back as Iron Man, so they said, okay, well, this is Dr. Doom from another planet, you know, another Earth. And that's another thing, too. My friend is like, well, why is he Dr. Doom? I go, well, he's from another Earth. He's like, I don't understand. I go, well, he's from the Fantastic Four Earth. And then my friend's like, well, wait, Fantastic Four is not part of the Avengers? And I'm like, no, they're from a different Earth. So he's so freaking confused, he's like, I don't get it. See, Age of Apocalypse would be good if they did it like the DC animated movies. See, I always said that DC animated movies are the best thing going, and they should just be doing those and those alone. You know, stop doing the friggin' live action movies, because their animated stuff is just on point. So I think like Age of Apocalypse would be better as a 3-part animated movie type thing, you know? The only thing we ever got from Age of Apocalypse was Wolverine from Age of Apocalypse and Cable and Deadpool. So they just did that to show you that Age of Apocalypse is technically out there, you know? I always said it too from the beginning. Marvel is good with the movies, at least back when they first started. But they were horrible with the animated stuff. But DC was absolutely amazing with the animated. But DC was horrible with the movies. So we shall see what happens. But yeah, like I said, I read the leaked Doom, and I think it's going to be too much for some people. And I think that's what they're banking on. They're banking on that the comic book geeks will know what's going on, but the regular person won't know. But the regular person is just going to see Robert Downey Jr.'s back, and they're going to go pay for the ticket. I think that's what they're banking on. So I don't know. I still believe that Disney thinks that everyone's stupid, and that they're just going to come and buy a ticket, and that's all they want to do. So, I mean, look what they did with Star Wars. Like, oh, we'll just put a pile of crap on the screen and people will buy a ticket. And when that stopped working, we were all bad people. I'm still shocked that... Can you imagine in the 90s if we all said that a movie was dog shit and a actor or writer or director came out and called us like names and said you people are racist and this and that in the 90s? Everybody would be like, fuck off. Are you kidding me, Devastator? That's not real, right? I heard about the Xbox CEO. Yeah, but isn't the Xbox CEO bringing in H-1B visas in though? I thought that she laid off all the Xbox people, but she's bringing in H-1B visa workers. Or am I wrong on that? I think gaming consoles are dead. These people kill video games so bad now that nobody wants to play games anymore. So basically she's been, they hired her to fire everybody, right? That's what you're telling me? But I thought they got, I don't know. I don't know, at this point it's all a mess now. I'm gonna have to tell my friend next week that, I'm pretty sure he'll already know by next week. Well, isn't the big thing now that when you go and buy food soon, you're gonna get a digital copy to download it? I love all those, the memes going around with Sony now. That no more digital stuff, you have to download everything. So everybody's like, go to the doctors, if he gives you a pill, you gotta download it. I can do the red. Oh, some of this. Gonna have to ask. This red might be too big. Yeah, that's the goal. They want us all to suffer. It's kind of funny what's going on with all the Xbox and PlayStation stuff, because I've never even considered of buying another console after PS3. I just saw what they did with video games, and I kind of lost the love for it. Like what they did with Street Fighter and the consoles and the games were just so dumbed down. They did it to themselves, and they also listened to the crybabies. It's like you're selling like 300,000 copies of a game, right? But you're listening to the 1% of Crybaby saying it's too hard, so you dumb it down for them, and then you're wondering why you're only selling like 100,000 copies. And then you dumb it down more, and then you're only selling 50,000 copies. Like in reality, people may bitch about the game, but they want a challenge. And I think that's where the consoles and video game companies drop the ball. Like, for instance, when I was playing like Devil May Cry, the first game, it was very challenging, but you had to learn, you know, like you paid like $70 for the game, $60 for the game. It was challenging. You had to sort of learn the combos, and you put a lot of hours into it. But then they started making these games where it was so dumbed down, you beat it in 3 hours and you wasted all that money and you never played it again. And I think that's where at least that's what they screwed up with Street Fighter when they started listening to all the crybabies with Street Fighter 4. The game's so hard, I can't do any combos. So they made it like one button combos and it just ruined the whole game. Yeah, that's the other problem, Devastator. They let go all the good people. Yeah, I heard about that, Raccoon. I forgot, I was watching somebody on YouTube talking about it. I guess for, you know, I don't know, they did that with Street Fighter. You know, like, oh, if you want to have, like, you know, one button combos, you can, but it nerfs your damage or something, you know? With Street Fighter, that's what I heard. But I'm like, it's not the point. The point is to learn how to play the game. But whatever, I don't care. I still have all my old consoles, so if I ever wanted to play some games, I could boot them up and play the old Resident Evil, Street Fighters if I wanted to. I guess it's kind of good I never sold off my consoles. I was thinking of selling them off soon, but with the way things are going, maybe hold on to them for a little bit longer and they'll actually sell for more money. Maybe some of the young generation will wake up and be like, I want an old console, you know? Let's face it, there's so many games out there for the old console still. The young generation could be playing for ages with those games. It's actually funny, when I visited my college buddy out in PA, he brought me to one of those farmer flea markets. And the amount of guys selling video games was unreal. And the amount of people buying video games was unreal. This one guy had just like 3 tables of video games. And all these guys and kids were just going through them. And they were just picking up games like crazy. And it was for, like, you know, Xbox 360, PS2. So I guess maybe people are starting to wake up. Yeah, those old emulator stuff is very popular now. I know a lot of people are getting those. I should probably pick up one of those arcade sticks one day too, but I never have time. I think pretty much all the games I'd love to play I already have for PS1, 2, and 3. So I pretty much have all those games already still. Have all my saved information on the memory cards and all that stuff. But I'll probably sell them off. If I ever see that the console's really skyrocketing in price, the old stuff, I'll sell it off. Because I really don't have any love to go back to the stuff anymore. I'm too busy with statues. And by the time I get older, when I have more free time, my hands probably won't even be able to work. So I probably won't even be able to do anything. I don't know. Alright, I think that's where I'm calling it for the weekend. I'm tapped. But at least we got her cleaned up. So I'm gonna do another day this week, cleaning up the skirt. And then I think we could start fine-tuning her up and getting her ready for paints along with the others. Coming down to the wire. Getting closer. I'm just glad I got a lot of this done finally. Alright, I'm done. I'm tapped. You guys have a good rest of your weekend. And hopefully the world doesn't end the way everyone's talking.